hello to part two of the poetry series. I'm calling it the poetry series. And today's poetry is called Infinity to a Moment. Simple as that. Now, this one, it's gonna be a moment. this one to me, I have to really like slow down and articulate. Because even how I wrote it, I was like, damn, there's a lot of symbols in here. There's a lot of fucking symbols in this. So, how this began. Where do I want to begin? Oh, here it is. I was talking about school when I started this. School is important to me just as much as my joys. I know how I feel. Just because I prioritize my joy does not mean I don't want to be successful. I want to make room for things that make me happy just as much as school. Why do I feel like I'm making excuses? How is it that it's okay to shove work, study, school in my face, but not joy, love, romance, fun, wanting, experience in my face? Like they can't exist in the same pace. Like work and play, school and freedom, graduation and perfect timing. I'm creating ways to make it. My mind thinks it's supposed to be two ways only. There are multiple ways to complete this, multiple ways to be done with this, multiple ways, multiple ways. There is never one or two ways of things, just one decision. Just one choice, but multiple options. One magic user, multiple layers of creation. Limitless potential, one point. When did I become scared of losing that limitlessness? Infinity to finite. Maybe that's why I kept going back or feeling like I should. Like I've selected the wrong point. Instead of the point coming to me, matching it because even that point has potential. The point is a moment in time where infinity met you, and at that point, infinity saw you and ran through itself at infinite speeds to meet you at infinite possibilities. So it may seem that infinity is finite, but perceptions are limited, possibilities are endless, and we are only a moment to a point in our momental lives. Many lanes into one line. We choose one way with multiple directions. I don't think we are limited, but to know that you are, then perception limits your view, and all you see is one line instead of many. But that one is many. It is infinity in a moment. One decision, momentum, is in fact limitless because infinity is finite, but a moment is infinite. Possibilities are created from that moment. Infinity is created from that moment. One choice into many, one path to an ocean with winds that will guide you anywhere and everywhere. One moment, infinite memories. You are never limited. Your choice triggers infinity. Your view directs the perception and flow. Infinity is infinity without a infinite is infinite. Infinity is infinity without a purpose. It's just a show. Endless flipping through pages of channels more creative or screwed than the next. That point met you at your infinity. Where does your perception allow your infinity to go? Infinity is nothing without a moment. To be created, to be developed, to grow. What moment will you choose, or will you let the infinity choose for you? And that is a funny statement because you still choose it. You still choose the moments in which you breathe and leave. You still choose the moment in which you love or hate. Your flow was already in motion towards a moment and another and another and another. Your perception already sees that flow. How, how far will your ideas and ideologies go? How will you determine the flow of your infinite infinities? How will you define your moments? A tree's roots grow in the abyss of the dirt. It chooses to follow the water, chooses to join or help the forest it's in, loses its leaves, and when it wants to bloom in the spring. All infinite moments and infinite choices, all ways of being unbound. Infinity is possible, it's possibility wrapped up in perception. But perception makes infinity feel like deception, especially if one doesn't know thyself. Then let infinity take you if that is what you please. But don't expect to be like the river or birds or bees with trees, because their infinities are very known, but they know exactly where to go. With every moment, their infinity follows what they know. Thank you for listening to the infinities, and I hope you decide to choose the infinity that feels right for you.